Hey, it is like 1:42 a.m. and I'm back out on the same streets, or rather back alley where my hostel is. Feeling totally again amazed by what happened today. In fact, by what just happened at the hostel. So this morning I was preparing to check out. I'm feeling tired because I haven't slept well last night. The first night in a hostel is usually takes a while to adjust to sleeping in a room or with share with other people. I mean, it's quiet, but you're worried about how safe your items are, your belongings, your money, your tech equipment. Yeah. And so, yeah, I was trying to grab as much sleep this morning as possible before checkout time. I carry only my backpack and a sling bag. It's not heavy, so I decided that I would not book another hostel. I'll walk around a bit. And the first objective I set myself was to find a watch shop to change the battery of my G-Shock and my Timex watch, which I've left dead for years. I've tried to change them in Singapore, but being frugal, yeah, I admit it, there were even my other teacher, VP, superintendent friend told me, it's so expensive, what they charge in Singapore is ridiculous. He does it himself, so I decided to bring these two watches on this trip because this is a third world country. They should charge a lot less, right? Just like I shared yesterday that I only paid $2, 50 baht, 2 Singapore dollars to stitch up the hole in this favorite shots of mine. It's just a seam having torn, and look at what I have seen the guy who stitched up my shots did. Excellence, patience, seeing that even men do this sewing jobs in Indonesia, in this country, Thailand, which challenge this gender norms totally for me, about gender roles in this country. So I decided to go back to that shop, the sewing place, to ask them where can I find a watch shop around this region. And again, I don't speak much Thai. I don't speak Thai, and they don't speak English. So we were we were really struggling, trying to communicate each other. I was just pointing to my watch, and guess what? The guy is there, and he has a G-Shock. So I was just saying, I showed him my watch. Then I just said battery. So he gave me a couple of suggestions. Big C and Terminal 21, and I was just trying to figure out which is the closest one. I don't want to travel too far because I have my day pack, all my gear on with me. Eventually he took out Google Translation, and the app, I've learned from another contact who I'll meet, a former student here later, the next few days or weeks, that this is another person, he used Google Translate to communicate with locals here despite being based here now. So the guy who sold my shorts, right, he used Google Translate, and finally he was able to tell me the nearest Big C branch. So I journeyed there, walked there 12 minutes through crazy traffic. But the drivers here are really nice. They really give way to a foreigner who's carrying his day pack, 2 bags, obviously a tourist, right? Yeah, they weren't like horning me or, yeah, now them sound out their horns. That's how nice the people are. So I found my way to Big C. It's a fairly large building, and I was walking around looking for this watch shop, asking from shop to shop these sales ladies, where can I get my battery replaced? And they pointed this direction, that direction in Thai. And lo and behold, I walked past um, this outlet, or those um, what looks like pop-up stores in the middle where the aisle is. I didn't realize that one of them was a place that sells watch, an outlet. Um, so this guy who's in charge of the outlet, he has watches displayed, and I can't believe I walked past it a few times without noticing. So I was looking at a physical shop, expecting a shop like those in Singapore, in the malls. He took a look at my watch, the Timex. He opened it up. He unscrewed it. I mean, the journey is important, so I'm sharing this. He unscrewed the watches and he told me that Timex, he needs to order the battery, and it's a special battery, something about solar, blah blah blah. It runs for 5 years, and it costs 80 baht or $40 after calculations to change the battery, and plus service plus physical labor. I would have to pay 48 Sing dollars just to change one battery, and obviously it's not worth it, right? The watch is probably not even worth 10 bucks now. Why would I want to spend 48 bucks? So I said no, I'm not going to change the battery. But with the G-Shock, it's 10 bucks Sing dollars. I bargained down from 250 to 200, or rather 200 and yeah, I think no 280 to 250, so it's 10 Sing dollars. Yeah, I know, right? $1 also cheapo. I remember in Singapore, the one of the shop owners at Sim Lim was a place that specialized in G-Shock. I wanted to charge about $20, $15 to $20 to change a battery, which we feel was overcharging. I mean, but it's a different standard of living, cost, rent, and so I managed to get my watch. It's on now. It's, well, finally, yay! I was so happy, the journey that I've made, getting to know the folks, this guy at the seamstress shop, getting back to them again, and then making my journey to Big C, talking to the locals who are absolutely helpful, talking to this watch maker, watch salesperson. I'm just very grateful to the locals, how they are so excellent in providing a service, how they go the extra mile just to help you, you know. And that's something there's this humanity that I feel I'm very blessed to experience many times a day. What's even more incredible is I decided to come back to this hostel to stay for 2 more nights, because this hostel has a cafe below. The staff has all gone on vacation, so this hostel is manned by very minimal skeletal manpower. I spoke to this Filipino who is working here, and we had a great conversation about our perspective on religion, our perspective on life and work and simplicity. And then I just bumped into this young man, 23-year-old. I didn't even get his name. Whoa. He goes around Indonesia. He was around in Indonesia for the past 6 months, through an NGO that his parents run, inspiring young people in schools to dream. So he talks to them in schools, and he's been through a lot himself. I think I'll talk about what he shared with me, and this is what I needed to hear. This passion, this motivation to impart joy to young lives again, and how we have kind of lost that because of that we have been so careful in the education system. Okay, time's running out. I had an amazing second day. I'm so glad I'm here. Good night.